All right, and joining us now is Carrie Campbell Severino, president of the Judicial Crisis Network. Carrie, great to have you back. On social media, you said this ruling is a step toward shutting down judicial activists. What do you mean by that?
Well, what we've seen is an explosion in recent years of the use of universal injunctions. So cases where judges will not just say that the people in the case have to stop doing whatever is illegal against each other, but you can't do that anywhere. So in this case, as soon as Trump puts out any executive order, there's a judge somewhere, and they know how to pick the courts that they think are going to rule in their favor, that's going to say, no, you can't enforce that as to anywhere in the United States. Now it's clear perhaps the states that bring this case, maybe they can have it held in their state while litigation proceeds. Perhaps the people who brought the case, it might not be enforced as to them, but it can't be one court decides for the entire nation until it really comes all the way up to the Supreme Court.
So help us unpack what comes next for Birthright Citizenship. How do you see this all playing out?
Well, I think the first step here is that there are a lot of, this case and many others, there are a lot of universal injunctions that are going to have to be removed by the courts, which is going to allow many of President Trump's executive orders and other actions to go forward. With respect to birthright citizenship, the case is going to continue. It will just have to continue, again, perhaps with respect to the states that have sued in this case, or in the individuals. He might not be able to enforce his order against them, but elsewhere in the country, the order will go into effect. The decision does say, however, that there's going to be a 30-day window before that happens, and the court proceedings will continue in that process. So it's also possible we'll have further court decrees on this topic before that 30 days is up.
All right, Carrie Campbell Severino, president of the Judicial Crisis Network, thank you for joining us.